Hello, my name is Kayla Sherman, and I am going to be discussing ransomware. I will discuss what ransomware is, what it does, what it means for those who are affected, different statistics, the different types of ransomware in 2015, ways to prevent being affected, and the future of ransomware. Ransomware is a form of cyber attack. It can affect computers, medical devices, X-ray machines, MRI scanners, pacemakers, insulin pumps, printers, barcode scanners, copiers, and telephones. The way ransomware works is that they make the system unusable. They lock the screen and system and then demand ransom fee to unlock the system. They can also encrypt the information. This is done through different emails. Once an attachment is open, then it has access to the data. Different devices that are connected to the internet can be susceptible, such as personal devices and medical equipment. Even from home can be affected. With remote logins from home with providers, their computer is infected and then they access the main system that they can infect the entire system. Also, third parties can infect the main system. Different patients and visitors access the system with the Wi-Fi and then they can infect that system. This means that your critical information could be at risk. They can access social security numbers, date of births, addresses, and other personal information. This can also be lethal. They can gain access to insulin pumps, pacemakers, and other healthcare equipment. They can alter the device settings on any affected device. This means that they can either give a lethal dose of insulin or they can give too little. They can also make cardiac devices go off. With the increase in technology usage, the more chance of technology breaches. It is predicted that the threat will only continue to worsen. As the threat has been realized, professionals are conducting to see how much has been breached. Malware has been found in 77% of mobile applications. In 2014, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security found 24 cases of cybersecurity flaws in medical devices. And Cleveland's Metro Health system discovered malware in 3 computers in the cardiac catheterization lab in 2015. This caused them to have to contact 1,000 patients and tell them that their information may have been breached. Experts have estimated that security around medical devices are about a decade behind current technologies. In 2015, there has been 4 known ways that ransomware infected systems. One of those ways was through TeslaScript. This specifically infected computers that had saved game files. CTB Locker is an attachment in an email, and it was an email that has a Windows 10 upgrade, and once a person clicks on this and opens the attachment, they infect their computer. Another way was through CryptoWall 3.0. They used Google Drive and delivered malware and encrypted the user's files. Lastly, Operation Gopher was found in late 2015. This affected sandbox hardware devices. In this, they generated and delivered new variants for every target to avoid signature-based detection. So they were able to get around all of the different security that you had to sign for. To avoid ransomware, we need to take precautions. We need to use stronger passwords. It is recommended to use 1 capital letter, a number, and a symbol in your passwords. Also, it is recommended to have an automatic logout with customized session timers, so you are automatically logged out of a computer after so long a period of time of not being in it. Another way is to allow only access depending on the employee's position. So like the cleaning staff would not have access to your system, but nurses would because we need that information. It is important to lock up any devices that are not in use. So all glucometers, insulin pumps, that kind of thing needs to be locked up if they're not in use. To avoid downloading from unauthorized persons, they should require a code for any downloads. This will ensure that only trusted content is being downloaded, and not everybody can download those files, but maybe IT. Lastly, be sure that when you're backing up files, you need to back them up offline, so that way you don't be affected by the internet sources. Unfortunately, ransomware is not going to go away. Ransomware is growing. It's proposed that hackers may start threatening to expose encrypted personal information to the public if their fees are not paid. Another possibility is that someone may turn ransomware into a business. They can be hired to threaten people for service charges and make money off of that. So far, the most vulnerable software is the Android software. They're trying to become more creative in the ways that they will get money from people and will want to infect those who they want to get those that have not learned about the ransomware. So somebody that's not technically tech savvy would be predisposed. To be honest, I didn't know much about the ransomware myself until this assignment. It is important to protect ourselves, especially with the increase in the technology that we use, especially in our day-to-day dealings. Thank you for listening, and if you have any further questions, you can feel free to email me, okay? Thanks.